Hogwarts Legacy, a game where you can choose to be good or evil. But what if you started out being good and then ever so slowly fell victim to the pressure around you and in time became completely consumed by the very evil that you were trying to avoid? Well, it would probably start something like this.
Shall we begin?
So there I am, a 5th year transferring into Hogwarts. And on my way to the school, I got to know the 2 main characters that will be joining my adventure. And before I knew it, me, Professor Fig, and George. Okay, maybe just me and Professor Fig, but eventually we made it to Hogwarts and I was placed in Ravenclaw. But who cares? I was here to make friends. Everett and I, best pals. Amit, more like nice to meet ya. Samantha, please, she loves me. Even outside of the common room, I was helping spread my goodwill. For example, I helped break up a fight, and I even found a broken statue, which I repaired all on my own. I was giving my best efforts to stay good, and Hogwarts was giving back. This just might be the bright future that I've always dreamt of.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Nah. I made a new friend, Sebastian, who introduced me to dueling, and I know it seems kind of evil, but trust me, it's all in good fun. I then made a quick trip to Hogsmeade, where I could finally build my wand, which, if you're interested, is made out of aspen, because of the way it is 11 1/4 inches, and unyielding flexibility, just in case I run out of magic and need to stab someone. Which I wouldn't do, of course. I continued upon my hero's journey by defeating a troll and protecting the village, and helping my friend Sebastian enter the library.
You accessed the restricted section?
Wow, I mean, I don't know if anyone mentioned restricted, I was just sort of helping him out.
Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
I could not agree more. We're still good here. And believe it or not, we continued to be good. I mean, I was probably the best student out there. I went to class, I did my homework, and shoot, I even look good. Oh, we got some little puff boys. Can't believe they hunt them for their fur. I mean, it is some nice fur, but... Oh, that's so worth it. I fought some spiders, statues, and continued to push the story forward. Pretty soon I had my own broom and was flying around the map, breaking records left and right. And although I definitely did want to rub my superior flying ability in this girl's face, you have to remember I'm still a pretty good guy right now. I mean, look, I even told Sebastian I'd come help cheer up his sister for him. Even Ominous saw the good that I was doing, or I guess not saw because he's blind. Oh, great. To get back on my good side, I'd made sure to only kill when necessary, and in the quickest and least painful way I could. I also gained forgiveness from the Puffskein community, as well as expanding my hand to other animals too. Sure, I did some sneaking around where I wasn't supposed to, but if they really didn't want me wandering around there, then they should have had some better security guards. And if you still don't think that I'm a nice guy, I made friends with a goblin, one of the supposed enemies in the game, and I took him on a scenic hike. Oh, and don't you think for a second I forgot about following through on my promise to help cheer up my friend's sister. Here, I also learned about some goblins in the area causing trouble, which I don't stand for. So, Sebastian and I went up to negotiate. Wait a minute, no, it is not that bad.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more.
See what I'm saying? I'm still good. Really though, I mean it. Remember that girl I said no to earlier? Well, I went back and said yes. And while on the topic of righting some wrongs, I saved some wild animals and put them in a safe space for them to flourish, and then taught the poachers a lesson or two. Sure, I may have slipped up here and there, but nobody's perfect, and I was starting to believe that the worst of me was behind. Oh, no, I can't do that. That's wrong. It's just wrong. Although, I mean, no one would know if I... What am I thinking? What am I? No. Nope, I just can't do it. I can't live like this. I'm doing it. This was the beginning of a new era. An era I call the Peaky Blinder. And I wasted no time getting to business. Stealth was out of the question. I started taking people head on, encouraging dragon fighting, and even letting one loose to wreak havoc. Do you remember this cute little guy? Or what about that one?
Anything to do with the dark arts should be avoided.
Dark arts, you say? I'm in. And just like that, we had the first unforgivable spell out of the way. I started investing my points, hanging out with dark wizards, and attempting to kill fellow classmates. But it still wasn't enough. I was nowhere close to Sebastian's raw power. And I wanted more. So I continued using my dark magic, continued saying no to stupid side quest characters, and continued to venture deeper into the list of unspeakable spells. But even with this and all the pain I was causing in the world, it wasn't enough. I needed that extra push to get me over the line. I needed to find something controversial. No, something outright despicable. Something truly unforgivable. No, no, no. Are you seriously not subscribed? That's just... I introduce to you the Hipster Professor, who gives homework over winter break.
Let's bury some enemies.
And so I did. I kept killing, and before I knew it, my power had far surpassed Sebastian's. Stray cats on the streets, wild animals in the woods, even the headmaster himself, everybody had a reason to fear me. The only place I even fit in now was with this big skeleton guy, but even he and his pals weren't enough. But I still wasn't satisfied, so I continued on. My days were filled with bloodlust, with poaching animals in their homes, and driving without insurance. But the wait was over, for I was about to encounter the only two other people in this world who were more evil than I. Ranrock and Rookwood. Who, by the way, if you want to look evil, that's exactly how you do it. The top hat, the coat, I mean, for real, anyone dressed like that is a real menace. Oh, total coincidence. Yeah, I don't think he was very happy about me stealing his style, so I had to get out of there ASAP. They were going to be hot on my tail, and if I wanted to beat them in a fight, I still needed some more practice, but cow tipping just wasn't cutting it anymore. So I took it up a notch, and I found this guy. For a second or two, he did look like he was going to be a problem, but not my problem. And after being inspired by some pleasant memory, I commissioned a new, much more evil wand, and thus was ready to fight Ranrock and prove once and for all that I did in fact wear it better. Oh, I actually just murdered him. Yeah, okay. And with that out of the way, this leaves us with one final quest. But something was still missing. I went to get some air and unnecessarily burnt this snowman down. I mean, he started it, to be fair. But then it hit me. I still didn't know the third and final unforgivable curse that I was after. But who would tell me such—
I could teach you.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Yes, now that is what we're talking about. What are you looking at?
Incendio.
And just like that, we begin to enter into our final form. A couple of easy trolls later, and defeating Ranrock without breaking a sweat, I had become completely evil. Well, there it is. And you know what? If you like this video, I make others just like it. You can click them whenever, you know. Go ahead.